Hello, I'm Marius Dockery, a basketball official with the Alabama High School Athletic Association. The National Federation of Basketball rules we use in our games in Alabama have been written and are being enforced to promote player safety and ensure fair competition. Player safety is the #1 priority of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. The National Federation has been a leader for many years in preparing high school basketball rules that are intended to allow more freedom of movement and eliminate excessive contact. In the continuing effort to promote good sportsmanship, the National Federation continues to provide playing rules that emphasize fair play. For the 2014-2015 basketball season, we have 4 changes to the rules, of which 3 are modifications to existing rules and 1 is new. The first rule change is a new rule, Rule 10, Section 6, Article 12, contact. Rather than continuing to make hand checking a point of emphasis year after year, the National Federation simply added a brand new rule that requires a personal foul be called anytime this type of contact occurs on a player holding or dribbling the ball outside of the lane area. The National Federation of High Schools game needs this type of illegal contact on the perimeter, ball handlers and dribblers eliminated. The following acts constitute a foul when committed against a ball handler or dribbler under this new rule. Here's the first example of illegal contact, placing 2 hands on the player. Here's another example, placing an extended arm bar on the player. Here's another example of illegal contact, placing and keeping a hand on a player. The final example of illegal contact is contacting the player more than once with the same hand or alternating hands. The next rule change focuses on Rule 4, Section 19, Article 3D, intentional fouls, in particular excessive contact. Intentional fouls include, but are not limited to, excessive contact with an opponent while the ball is live or until an airborne shooter returns to the floor. This change expands the definition of an intentional foul to include excessive contact committed by all players, including players in control, to more clearly address the contact with the elbows issue, not just those playing the ball. The expansion of the definition provides a more clear definition of an intentional foul, reducing the subjectivity in making rules on this type of play. The third rule change, Rule 9, Section 1, Article 4 of the free throw provisions. In the past, the ball must touch the ring or backboard or until the free throw ends before players can enter the lane. The rule change now allows players who occupy a marked lane space to enter the lane on the release of the ball by the free throw shooter. Those players who do not occupy a marked lane space, to include the free throw shooter, must still wait until the ball either touches the ring, backboard, or the free throw ends before being allowed to enter the lane. All right, let's go. 2 shots, 1 release. The final rule change is to Rule 3, Section 5, Article 3. Team members' apparel and equipment. Arm sleeves, knee sleeves, lower leg sleeves, and tights are now permissible. In the past, tights and leg sleeves were not allowed, and arm sleeves were only allowed if for medical reasons. The rule change makes all of these items permissible even without a medical reason. All must adhere to the color restrictions of being black, white, beige, or the predominant color of the uniform, and the same color shall be worn by teammates. All sleeves and tights shall be the same solid color, meaning if a player wears a white arm sleeve, then their tights must also be white, and the sleeves and tights shall meet the logo requirements of Rule 3.6. When observing players during warm-ups, ensure all players are in compliance with this rule. Also ensure to observe players during the game. If you observe players during warm-ups who are not in compliance, inform them and their coach prior to the coaches and captains' pre-game discussion and advise them to correct the discrepancy. Reason being, in your pre-game discussion, you must ask the coaches, are their players legally and properly equipped? Do not permit players to enter the game if they are not in compliance with the rule. In addition to the rule changes, We're now going to show you some examples of illegal and legal post play. This is legal as the defender removes the arm bar upon entry pass. This is illegal as the defender keeps the arm bar on the offensive play. Our next example is an illegal defensive swim move in post play. Here's an example of an illegal offensive swim move. Final two clips are examples of illegal displacement with the knee in post play. There you have it. These rule changes and the new contact rule should help make your decision making easier on the basketball court. Remember, freedom of movement, eliminating excessive contact, good sportsmanship, fair play are the intent of these rules, changes and additions. I hope this discussion has helped in providing a better understanding of the equipment apparel, intentional foul, free throw positions rule changes, and the new contact rule. Thank you for your time, have fun, and enjoy the basketball season.